The other night I related the story of Granddad McGealy leaving Ireland and the reasons why he did. But I really should have set the table as to how he got into those activities. A little history. Ireland was conquered in the 1600s by the Brits. The Irish became tenants in their own land, and the Brits became the landlords. Ireland was always a rather prosperous country, had a good climate, but all the pork, mutton, beef, fowl, fish were all sent to England for English tables. The Irish were left with a diet of milk and potatoes. And they were landlords for forever, and then along came, or they were tenants forever, along came the famine. And Queen Victoria was just a girl, but she sent notice to all the landlords, you must feed your tenants. So what had happened was the landlords had to have a big communal pot to feed the tenants. And of course they had plenty of food there, but the landlords would... Go ahead.
1600, big table.
Well, now the famine. And Queen Victoria told the landlords to feed their tenants. So they would have these big communal pots full of food, but before the Irish were allowed to partake in the food, they had to first publicly renounce their Catholicism and the Pope. So...
Before they could eat.
So what happened was the majority simply starved. And those that could emigrate did. And when the famine was finally over, well, the population of Ireland is estimated before the famine to have been about 9 million. 5 years later, after the famine, it was estimated at 3 million. As I said, the majority of them simply starved. And those that could emigrate did. But following the famine, and this isn't, well, you don't learn in school that the landlords wouldn't feed their people but before they would renounce their Catholicism. There was constant guerrilla warfare between the Irish and the Brits. And it went on. You go down the street in, say, Skerries, and there's a plaque. Tommy O'Donnell was gunned down by British forces on this spot in 1901. And they're all over. These gun battles were continuously and went on for until they got their independence in 1922. And that's how Granddad got involved with the Irish resistance and knocked off a couple of Black&Tans.
And his name was?
McGealy.
Okay.
Michael McGealy. And he was, like I said, he had to leave in 1911. If they got their hands on him, they would have hung him. And that's why the McGealys left Ireland. And by the way, Muck means of Ireland. His name was Gailey, or his family's name was. They came to Ireland and became McGealy. Think like McCann, all the Mucks you know.
So wait, they came to Ireland from where, maybe?
Who came to Ireland?
You said because.
Well, they went from Ireland to the States, right?
Oh, okay. It becomes they're Gailey in Ireland, and then when they leave, they're Muck.
No, they're Gailey in Wales, where the Gaelys came from. When they came to Ireland, they became McGealy.
Oh, okay. I didn't follow that part.
Yeah, so that's how the Muck gets into it. A lot of McCanns and different people, you know, start with Muck. There are people that at one point lived in Ireland and then or still are. But I just wanted to throw that in. So the way I started off with that story the other night, I jumped right into where he killed a couple of Black&Tans, but there was a lot of history behind all that, and a lot of bitterness that is still there. If you're a Brit and you're driving around Ireland and you've had too much to drink, and they stop you, as soon as you open your mouth, they know who you are. They know where you're from. And you're going to the pokey, and you ain't getting out for quite some time. If you're, say, an American tourist, you've had too much to drink, as soon as you open your mouth, usually the guard will call a backup and have one of them drive you back to your hotel. And they love Americans over there. They don't care much for the Brits, of course. So I just wanted to throw that in so you understood why and how he got involved. He just didn't go around murdering Brits. There was a warfare. There were a war, and had been. And that's the background, as I should have set the table for it before I told that story the other night. But that's how come I got involved. That's it.
Yay.
Yeah.